Dmitry Zadornovsky, short weapon instructor, head of the knife fight school, Flow. Dmitry is going to tell and show us how a criminal armed with a knife can behave and how to behave and move correctly. Of course, we're not going to work with real weapons. We'll use a rubber replica. There are typical attacks that can take place in the street, which happens most of the time. This is what they usually are. They can follow a straight line or be aimed at the body from below or from the top, that's right. That is, 90% of regular attacks aim at the belly. That is, the minimum task is to learn at least some basic ways to protect you from these attacks somehow.
For example, there is a knife in the bare hand. It was hidden behind the leg and I couldn't see it.
Yeah, right.
And here it appears. My task is,
accordingly, knock it.
To knock it.
Knock it.
Once again, I've caught it, but the knife is here. This defense doesn't work.
Right.
I need to try and follow two principles with this jab. The first one is to move aside a little, in the perfect scenario, and knock the knife.
Okay.
To control it. Why is it important? If I just knock the knife, it is not enough, and it can still hit me. If I just move aside, the knife can cut me when it moves back.
Okay.
Therefore, I'm trying. Give me a real series of jabs. Bang! I'm trying to knock it aside.
Listen, I really want to try it. Yeah, let's go softly. That is, I'm slowly inflicting. All right. Single jabs, yeah. Your task is, I'm knocking. To knock them off with your hand. Yes, and move aside. Am I doing it right now? Move aside from the fight.
Try again. Come on. Yeah, it's basically good.
More. And with both hands. Yeah. This is because we don't know which hand will be closer. Right. Where it goes. Okay. That is, it's better to train two hands at once. Ideally, here's the knock, and then we turn around and run. Or there may be something of what you've done before. You can take out a self-defense weapon you have.
Dima takes out a knife.
Yeah.
Dima takes out the knife at once, just like that. I'm like,
oh, come on. That's an option.
And that's it.
This is an option. Yeah.
This is the very best option. The perfect one.
That is, if he notices the weapon, then it's necessary to draw clear. If you're being attacked with a knife, the best option is to run.
Kirill did a fairly decent job. That is, he performed all the basic knocks. He moved his body back, of course. Everything was normal and beautiful. When there is a distance, when Dmitry acts quite slowly, when there is not a sharp knife that can leave a person's head spinning. God forbid us finding out how it would be in real life.
Knowledge is power. Therefore, a special discipline known as knife fight will help us learn how to move and act correctly if we are attacked with a knife. Knife fight, the modern type of sport single combat with the use of hand-to-hand combat techniques in which replicas are used instead of proper knives. In addition to sports, knife fight includes a basic self-defense course. Knife fight techniques include various jabs and cuts, blade blocking and gripping, as well as throwing techniques. Knife fight techniques will help you understand the actions of the opponent better, but it's strongly advised not to use a knife to protect yourself from another knife in order not to get confused in a dangerous situation and save my life from a person with a sharp blade. Even if it's taken from the kitchen, I'm going to undergo special training. The main task in this case is to attack the hands exclusively. That is, the idea is that an armed hand, yeah, and show it, yeah, we'll take a look. And when it's hit at least 2 times, okay, the attacker will lose their weapon. Bang.
That is a sport knife fight. See how?
All right.
It looks?
That is, we're working. There's a certain limited area. We're only attacking the hands and the body now. Great. Gentlemen, here you go. The distance is built. Great, the first knock. But there was a slight touch. I guess there was no injury. Well, I can actually last quite long. Since we have a certain limited amount of time,
yeah,
we begin to
get closer
and accelerate. Sergey and Dmitry have demonstrated a version of sports knife fight. Such a fight between skilled opponents can last for a very long time.
Now you can try it.
All right, well, we'll limit. Take care. We'll only be working with hands. Yeah, let's go.
You got me. Your kung fu is better than mine, right? You were supposed to say it.
I've tried myself in knife sparring as well. The task was simplified. I only had to hit the hands. In practice, it turned out to be not so simple. Speaking in sports terms, I ate a blow during the very first second. Actually, based on my feelings, I can say that a knife fight is like a game of tags, albeit a very dangerous one. What conclusions can we make looking at this whole arsenal? I've only got one conclusion. We should run as far as possible from a knife.